So the third one is navigating business without a roadmap. Now, this is similar to the plan for the business and how, where you're going to take the company as a whole and how you're going to fit into the market. But part of this is a shorter term view. I go back to the example of a vacation. So if you are going to go to Disney World and take the family to a vacation, you need to know that you're going to go to Disney World. But then there are some natural questions that come out from that. How are you going to get there? Where are you going to stay? How long will you stay? And based on that, you're going to build an itinerary, you're going to build some sort of plan, you're going to build a roadmap on how you're going to achieve your vacation goals. In the case of, your vacation goals, you want your family to have a good time. So what are you going to do about it? How are you going to plan that out? And so there are a lot of founders who throw a big number out there, but then don't put any details or thought on how they're going to achieve it. So I would ask you as a founder, as a maintainer, as someone who's putting out there, what is the most important thing for your project in the next 6 months, in the next year? What are the things, the milestones that you need? And this might sound pretty standard to those who aren't in the startup space. When you're talking about a project or a program that you're trying to build, you're going to have milestones. How are you going to hit them? How are you going to measure them? But making sure that you can break down the goals and focus on them and then understand what's going to lead to them, it's a really powerful thing that's often overlooked. A lot of times as we're running around in a startup, trying to get everything done, fighting fires, trying to get deals won, we often overlook the step of just sitting back and trying to say, okay, what do we need to accomplish? There's a lot of things we can do, but what things should we do? And we need to be able to say no to some of the things that aren't going to go to that goal. Great example of this. If you need, for instance, people to sign up and try out your software in a pre-GA state. It's not ready for production. It's a beta level quality. How do you do that? If that's your number one goal, should you focus on that? What things should you do? And if other opportunities come along that don't help you meet that, you need to evaluate whether they're worth doing or not. And so I've actually had this example. I've worked with a company where their goal was to get beta signups, and focusing on the beta signups, there were certain things that they needed to get done. And there were other things that they can just say, no, we're not going to do them anymore. We're not going to do those right now. We're going to postpone those until after the beta. So if you are trying to get feedback, don't necessarily forsake the things that are going to give you feedback in order to chase the other shiny objects. Make sure that you have a roadmap and you stick to it. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We hope that you found this series educational. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the other videos in this playlist.